Welcome to Wok the Kitchen. Hi everyone, and thanks for stopping by. Before we get started, I want to tell you what this channel is all about. I'm not a chef, and I'm not here to teach anyone how to cook. I'm simply sharing the meals I make and the way I cook them. Some people will do things differently, and that's absolutely fine. There isn't just one way to make a great meal. The truth is, just over a year ago, if someone had handed me a wok, I'd have put it on my head and gone to war. I had no idea how to use one. Since then, I've fallen in love with wok cooking. I've watched videos, read recipes, made plenty of mistakes, and learned something every time I've cooked. If you watch my videos, you'll see the successes, the occasional mistakes, and everything in between. I don't edit out the learning because that's part of the fun. So grab your ingredients, enjoy the video, and remember, if I can learn to cook with a wok after thinking it was something to wear into battle, anyone can. Welcome to the journey. What have we got on the menu today?
Welcome back to my video. My name's Ray. This is Wok the Kitchen. This week we'll be making a chicken and broccoli in white sauce. First of all, I'm going to start off to make the have the ingredients here for the white sauce. And we're going to start off with some chicken bouillon. For that we're going to need 1 tablespoon of bouillon. Let's get that in there. Then we're going to add half a teaspoon of salt, which is that there, that's half a teaspoon, so we're going with half a teaspoon of salt. Put to one side what we've used so we don't get messed up. Then we're going to go in with half a teaspoon of MSG. Get in there. Then we're going to go in with a dash of pepper. We don't want too much pepper, otherwise it'll be too hot. This is very hot pepper. I don't know why it's so hot, but it is. So we're going with just a dash of pepper. Put again that to one side, and that's done. Then we're going to go in with the wet ingredient. So we're going to go in, we'll go in with the garlic and the ginger first. So we're going to go in with ginger, which is half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon, that is ginger. And half a teaspoon of garlic. Can't get enough of garlic, so a bit more, not going to hurt. Then we're going to go in with a teaspoon of wine, which I've got here. And we're going to go in with a teaspoon of sesame oil. Again, and not forgetting the main ingredient, I've got 170 grams here of water, which I'll add now to the rest of the ingredient. And then I'll have my sauce ready for my main menu, or my main dish, which is, I've said before, chicken in broccoli, or chicken and broccoli in white sauce. So I'll add the water to that. That is the white sauce ready. All I have to do now is add some potato starch and some water to that, or a potato slurry, to thicken it up when it is ready to be eaten, or ready at the end of the dish. Let me get this stirred in, what I've got in here. Like I said, that is my white sauce here. Right, that's done. The water was a bit warm, so it should dissolve everything that went in now. Great, so that's the white sauce done. We'll put that now to one side, and then we'll get on with the rest of the recipe. We're blanching our chicken and our broccoli. We're going to go in first of all with our broccoli. We're just going to blanch that for not too long. We don't want it to we don't want it too soft. We'll bring it back up to the boil. Give it about half a minute. And then it should be done. Want it a bit crunchy. So now we're going to go into the next phase of this recipe. And then for about half a minute. So we'll take that out. I'll move this over here a little bit. I've got some very cold water here. We're going to drop the broccoli straight into there to stop it cooking. There we go. The next thing we're going to go in when we bring it back up to the boil, or we can start now, we've got some chicken. I've got far too much chicken, I've got far too much broccoli. But we can, at least we've got enough, put it that way. So we'll put the chicken in. Okay, the chicken is in, so we'll wait for that to come back up to the boil. Give that about 2 minutes. So it's nearly cooked through. Then we can do the rest of the cooking when we put it into the wok or into the sauce. So I'll be back within a bit when it's come back up to the boil. Okay, it's coming up to the boil. It's been in there now about, I'd say about 2 minutes. That should be fine. They're not very thick, the pieces or the slices. So we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did with the broccoli. We'll put it into cold water to stop the cooking process, and it tightens up the meat as well at the same time. So we'll go in to our cold water. If I can switch this off, and then go in with the let me just get this is hot. Okay, we'll go into the cold water. There we go. Another thing is, this is chicken stock that was the bones from the thighs and some onion, some ginger, some green onion, which I cooked for half an hour. I'm not going to throw that away, of course not. I'm going to use that this week for another recipe that you will see later on this week. And of course it's going to be a soup recipe. So we'll keep the stock, the chicken stock that I've got here. And I'm not going to throw it away. So that's the end of phase 2. The next phase will be putting the dish all together. So we've got the sauce, we've got the broccoli, and now we've got the chicken all ready to go and make the dish, which is chicken and broccoli in a white sauce. Don't know why I keep saying cream. In a white sauce. So I'll see you then in the next phase. Welcome back, people. This is the last piece or the last phase of this chicken and broccoli in white sauce. I've got my wok now here. Put the heat on. Let's get this heated up. What I want to do first of all is fry off my chicken and broccoli. Wait a minute, just get this on. Right, heat's on. My oil, my ladle. We're ready to go. Just wait till this heats up, the pot or the wok. Welcome back to the last phase of this video. Putting all the ingredients together, the sauce, the broccoli, the blanched chicken. So what I'm going to do first of all to make this chicken and broccoli welcome back to my Welcome back to the last piece, or the last phase of this recipe. Our chicken and broccoli in a white sauce. Earlier we did the sauce, we blanched the broccoli, and we blanched the chicken. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fry the chicken for a few minutes, put that to one side, and then we're going to blanch the broccoli. Then we're going to add take it all out, or take it out of the wok, add the sauce, bring the sauce up to temp, thicken it up, and then add the chicken and broccoli back in. And then we have our chicken with broccoli and our white sauce. Okay. Let's get some oil in the pan, or in the wok. That should do, nice and hot. Let's get some chicken. Move that around just to heat it through. Bit more chicken. I'm using the stove today because I've run out of gas on my my camping stove, so we're using the stove today. That's not a problem. That will get the job done just as well as, just as good as the stove, even though the stove does heat up a lot better, a lot quicker, and a lot hotter than the stove. So I think that's okay. Let's take that out of there. Just a drop of oil, not too much. Bring it up, bring the broccoli. All I'm doing is heating it through because I'm just going to drop it straight into the sauce. I don't want it, don't want to cook the sauce too long, otherwise it'll lose its flavour. The sesame oil and the pepper. So we're not going to boil the sauce that long. We're just going to get it in the pan and we'll get it in the wok, heat it up, and then we're going to put in our potato starch and then throw in the broccoli and the chicken. Right, that should be it. That should be nicely warmed through. Okay, let's go in with a ladle full of our sauce. And a drop more. Oh, come on, just a drop more. Okay, let's bring that up to heat. I've got my potato starch ready to go. Great, coming up to the boil now. I've left some chicken stock left or sauce in case it does go a bit too thick. Now that's not enough sauce for me. I'm going to go in with a drop more. Bit more potato starch. back in with the chicken. Then in with the broccoli. Oh, that's just right. That's just the right amount of salt. Bring it back up to temp. Let's turn off the heat. Don't want to cook it anymore. Let's get myself a plate. Move the camera over to my plate or my dish. And there you have it. My chicken and broccoli in a white sauce. Looks good. The greens look really green. And the chicken and, well, the blanching of the chicken you saw me do earlier. And now it's just time to taste. I will leave a report at the end of the video to tell you what it tastes like, or if it's any good or not any good. This is a takeaway recipe that I got off the net. Bottom right hand corner down here somewhere is my subscribe button. If you just, where the arrow is, if you just do the honours and press that button and subscribe to my channel. If you've got any comments, just leave them in the video below. Like my videos as well. And that's it. So I shall see you in the night. Have a nice day, and I shall see you then in the next video. Bye. In the recipe, we don't want it soggy, so we'll bring it back up to the boil.